experience. I just want to share one experience that just happened, this week. So I'm a I'm trying to play tennis, probably for so many years, but last 1.5 years it's been more and more regular, like almost a couple of hours on a daily basis. So I buy all my gears from a website called tenniswarehouse.com. So there are huge difference between tenniswarehouse.com and Amazon website, right? I do a lot of purchase on Amazon also, but Amazon, so much easier to use. You don't have to think twice when you're buying and returning it. Everything is possible. You don't even have to think twice. Now we have they have bought a company called the World Whole Foods in US. So that's like right next to our neighborhood. So I can just go drop it there if you don't like anything. So I don't know now, I take like a few milliseconds, to decide whether to go to buy Amazon or not, because returning is so much easier. Given that scenario, why would I go to Tennis Warehouse to buy all the tennis gears, right? So here's the thing. Um, the tennis lovers, they would like to discuss something and know something from their fellow players, and get some kind of tips what they would like to do, or what kind of a racket, for example, tennis racket, and then within the racket what kind of a string that I can try, right? This kind of a discussions, believe me or not, this is not going to happen in Amazon, definitely not. So Tennis Warehouse on the other side, it's easy. Folks are there to answer your question. You can just email, you can just call them and talk to them. You don't have to wait for even a minute to talk to somebody. And amazingly, they will be able to give you answer for what kind of a string for the tennis racket goes well, and what it will do for you, what kind of a game, whether it's a shoe or this or whatever the gear it is. So so that kind of information helps a lot for making that kind of a decision, because especially when you're spending like $250 $300 for buying a racket. So, so you want to be sure that that's going to be the right one for at least a year or two, and how it's going to improve your game and everything. So why I'm throwing out this is, at the end of the day, so it's an entirely different approach. They are not looking at like Amazon, like a 360 degree of market. They are not trying to sell a grocery or anything, just a tennis gear. So, but they are able to survive and they are able to do well.